Hello. This is my persuasive speech on why music is kind of more than just sounds. And I know that's not a lot of people's thesis on it, but I just want to get into that. So, the reason I say music is more than just sounds is because music is like a language. It can really speak to anybody. People can have any sort of connection to music. It can be through family, it can be through their own experiences, it can be through concerts or their heritage or anything like that. It has such a wide variety of places that it can touch to a person. It's also the train of lyrics that create music. It's the melodies and it's the stories behind these songs that make music what it is. And I'm not even talking just about like songs you hear on like 105.5. I mean like actual like orchestra rights and all of these kinds of different levels of music. They all have stories and they all have something to tell. And there's always something behind it. There, of course, there's silly music that's made out there, but a lot of music is made with the heart and it really touches the heart. That's why when something is made with such precision, and a lot of these like this is such a crazy example, but there's this song called "The Reason" by Stink, and it's an incredible song. It like if you look through the lyrics, it's a whole story, and people don't always kind of take that for what it is. They don't always read it too much into it, and there's millions of genres of music and millions of artists and millions of timelines of where music was a certain way that kind of make the background of music. It kind of makes it kind of gives it the story. And that's why I say that it's more than just sounds, is because there are connections to music and there's thought processes and trains of thought that just go into and that you get out of music. And it goes both ways. One thing that I really, really want to talk about, and it'll probably be my main point of talking, is the quality of music and why it matters. So anybody can enjoy music. Anybody can listen to music like on like their iPod or anything like that, and it might not sound the best, but and you can still enjoy it. That doesn't there's no gatekeeping to music. But I kind of want to dive into why the quality of music matters, and it kind of brings me to my first thing, and it's vinyls. I think vinyls are, and I've gotten this from my friends. My friends are actually the people that put me on to this kind of way of music. We have our own sound system that my grandpa made, and all of this that goes into why we use vinyls. I think I think vinyls is the best form of listening to music. And the reason I say that is because it almost feels more real. I one of my links that I put down there is why vinyls are such a different feel for music, why it feels almost quote unquote more real. It's especially when you have it hooked up to a proper sound system and you have good speakers going along with it. It almost feels like you're in the music. It like you can listen to it with AirPods and it just doesn't feel the same. When it's around you and when it's being played from something so physical, and that's the only way I can say is just something so physical, you can see it being played. Besides obviously like an instrument, it kind of creates like this like thought, like you're like I can see that, I can like feel it, I can like truly listen to it. And the reason I use this is because I have a connection to this. This is Gemini Rise by Steve Lacy, and it's probably my favorite album. And it was the first one that I bought, and I think it was actually our first vinyl that was in the house. So there's a lot of story to this music right here. It's way more than just the sounds that it's making coming off of that vinyl from the play. It's like an actual step by step story. The entire album is, and all of music is. And that I don't want to talk about that too much, but I kind of want to get back into why it feels more real. So music you can take it however you want. You can, if you're in a bad mood, you can only listen to sad music and make yourself more sad, or you can listen, if you're sad, you can listen to music that meant a lot to you to maybe cheer you up, or you can be happy and you can blast the loudest, most hype music that you've ever heard. It connects to you in a way that I don't think a lot of people realize. When you are sad and you listen to strictly sad music, that is going to reflect. You are going to feel that, and sometimes you don't notice it because you're kind of stuck in that loop. But music really is in tune with your soul. Like you almost can talk to yourself through music. Like the way that you're listening to music at a certain point in your life, or what you're listening to, or where you are, maybe even concerts or things like that, it can truly reflect who you are and what you're going through at that time. and it's just real. It's real. It's not just some like imaginary like or kind of like secondhand. Music is like a full like connection that you can have. It's like a person, like it's like you're talking to someone, and most of the time you're just talking to yourself. Like you can kind of get the feel for what you are going through by what you are playing at that time. Obviously that's a generalization of it, but I think music is more than what some people think of it, and I think it's more than what actually even people that appreciate music is. It's a language and it's a way to communicate. Music can almost heal you, and I don't necessarily mean that in a truly physical way, but when you listen to music, you get this. You can get whatever you want out of it, but for a lot of cases, and I've talked about this with a couple of my friends, I'm using anecdotal evidence here, but when we've all had our struggling times in life, we resort to music, and somebody that actually did that a lot was my grandpa. So this is another object that I kind of want to show you guys. It's a 3-set pick, and for his guitars that he used to play, he played guitars all the time. That was a big thing for him. I remember my grandpa, he used to work like 70-hour weeks. He owns an electrical firm or whatever you want to call it. And he would play music in his basement, and he would play it all the time. He would learn new songs, and he would always be playing music on his guitar that he made. And it was his way. He would never talk about how he felt. You could literally feel the way that he was kind of talking, or like the way that he felt through the music that he was playing. And I just think that translates to what I'm talking about. A lot of people don't talk about their emotions, but you can take a look into their Spotify Wrapped and be like, yeah, okay, I see how you're feeling. And that's not always how it is, but you can definitely get a vibe. You can get like a feel for what someone's going through. And that brings me to my next point, that you kind of dictate what like music means to you. You don't have to listen to, you can be sad and you can listen to all hype music and you can still have a sense of like depression, or you can be super hype and listen to sad music. It's not directly correlated, but there is a very big connection there in the music you listen to, the concerts you go to. If you go to concerts and they're a big event for you and you love it, not just because the people, you're really hearing the music when you go to it, that is another form of reflection that you can just kind of see in yourself. And I think a lot of people just don't take the time to look into themselves to see like, hey, this actually does mean a lot to me. But why? It's such a kind of peripheral thing now. Music's just so entwined with our life that that's how it is. Music is more than just what you're hearing. It's what it means to you. And again, I've reiterated this multiple times through this speech, but music is what you make of it. You can go to a concert and it could be something that you've never heard before, and you could enjoy it more than anything you ever have. Just you hear it, you feel it, you're in an environment, and it's something that you can't explain. It's literally talking to you. Music is a story. The music itself is a story from start to finish, from it starting back tens to hundreds of thousands of years ago, It's all a story, and it's much more than just sounds. You got to take quality into it. You got to take what you want from it, and you have to kind of enjoy music in your own way. And that's really a reflection of yourself, and that's why I think music is more than just sound.